Craig Thompson, the Booze Hunter, with Impromptu Wine Review episode, the next one. Several reasons why I do these reviews. One is because it's a bottle of wine that the good members of Club Booze Hunter have received in their bi-monthly six-pack. Number two, there's a few wineries and importers, distributors that are kind enough to send me a bottle of their wine. And if I consider it worthy, I shall review it. And number three is because I'm booze hunting. I'm just exploring the amazing, the incredible, the wonderful world of wine. I mean, do you realize how many countries produce wine and how many regions are situated within those countries and how many varieties are grown within those regions and sub-regions in all these countries that many of us, we don't have a clue about. And it's so beautiful. It's just diverse, if not, it's more diverse than the races, the cultures, the sexual preferences of people on earth. I mean, it's an incredible world, the world of wine. It's almost as incredible as insects, and that's pretty incredible. So anyway, the reason I'm looking at the wine I'm looking at tonight is because I've been booze hunting. And for a while now, I've been thinking, I haven't tried a wine from the Languedoc for a long time. You know what? You haven't tried a wine from the Languedoc for a long time. Hey, Craig, booze hunter, you haven't tried a wine from the Languedoc for a long time. So I bought a bottle of wine from the Languedoc to check out. And that wine is the 2015 Domaine de Courbissac Le Traverses. So, as mentioned, from the Languedoc, and in particular from the region within the Languedoc of Minervois. And the varieties within this wine are Grenache, Shiraz, Mourvedre, apparently in almost equal quantities, 33.33% recurring. And look, a reasonable amount of this actually makes it into Australia, not just this particular producer, but Grenache, Shiraz, Mourvedre in different quantities from the Languedoc. And the reason for that is we're familiar in Australia with Grenache, Shiraz, Mourvedre, most popularly from McLaren Vale and then Barossa, etc. Warmer regions where you can really get to ripen Grenache. So, a GSM from the Languedoc, Minervois, biodynamic producer. Won't go on any more about the winemaking. Let's have a look at the wine. You could tell then I could have gone on a lot more about the winemaking. I chose not to. Give me a call if you want to know more about the winemaking. This wine looked good when I opened it. Looks even better for some time in the bottle. And when I say time in the bottle, I consumed half of this wine last night over dinner, and I'm doing the tasting now. It's the next night. This wine has been left in bottle overnight, cork back in the top loosely. So it's 24 hours later, and it's had all that oxygen which it hasn't seen since it was bottled sometime, presumably in late 2015, early 2016. And looks even better for that time with a bit of air. So just got to remind myself. What I'm seeing on the nose is there's raspberry jubes, there's some dark fruits as well, like really dark plum, dark cherry. And then on top of all that, there's a smoky character coming from the stems. Once again, won't go too much more into winemaking, but there's some whole bunch thrown in this. And there's this smoky character coming from the stems. Let's have a taste. Yeah, look, in tasting this wine, all those characters I spoke of are there, but on the front palate, the first thing you notice right up front is the sweet fruit, the jubes, the raspberry, the darker cherries, the dark plums. And then that smoky character rolls in. And to be honest, I mean, call me Australian, but it probably lacks a bit of sweetness on the mid to back palate. And that smokiness, the whole bunch, just gives a real linearity and precision to the wine, whilst it's probably lacking for me a bit of back palate. But what it makes this wine perfect for is is your charcuterie. You know, your friends have just arrived. You've brought out the platter with some cold meats, maybe a bit of cheese, some pickles, some olive oil, a bit of bread, whatever else you like to eat before the main meal while you have a chat. And you got this wine, you're chatting, you got the charcuterie, and life is perfect. And it's great when life's perfect, isn't it? Yeah. Take those opportunities, I say. So this particular wine, it sits around the $30 mark. If you want to attain some, if you want to be drinking this with your charcuterie, with friends, get in touch. Happy to source it for you. Otherwise, peace, stay awesome. The Booze Hunter. Au revoir.